in the air to the 6624 of the month. Let's talk about it, because 66 means Shango's on fire.
Attention, star seeds. Attention, light workers. Attention, root workers. Attention, conjure doctors. Attention, nature-based faith practitioners. Attention, spiritualists. Attention, diviners. Attention, prophets. Attention, the spiritually eclectic. Attention for those seeking the road less traveled. This is time-sensitive cosmic information, so you might want to catch this. This is time-sensitive cosmic information that you can use in your prayers, manifestations, and other spirit works. Beam up now via this video or the audio link in this video's description box to get this on the fly esoteric wisdom. Beaming up now. Ashe emojibatu Olodumare Bobo Egungun Ara Orun Bobo Orisha, for another day to bask in the goodness of Onile's sacred earth. Every day given is very special, and here are a few details, cosmic details, pertaining to how. I'm iiiYansaje to you, Muse, and this is your early rising or your evening settling mystic forecast.
Ekale if you're catching this in the evening time. Ekarol if you're catching this in the early morning's rise. If you're catching this on the late night tip, 11:29 p.m. Central Standard Time, then that was music from Karen White and Babyface with Love Solid. Also from Anita Baker with You Belong to Me, winding down your Mercury and Uranus rule, all y'all venerated Wednesday, kind of kindly interrupting your Wednesday nightly vision of what love looks like, but I got to bring you the cosmic weather forecast. And we're winding down your 23rd of October 2024, and we are officially in the season of the stingers. So, shout out to them Scorpio babies out there and their sweetness in the wind today on the 14-5 daily numerology, winding down your 5th Wednesday of autumn equinox and the first one of Scorpio season. And the moon tonight is waning in Zodiac's 4th house, Cancer. So release the emotions that keep life from getting good for you. Because sweetness is pertaining to Oshun, and Oshun is the bliss of living. And sometimes our negative emotions can hold us back, and we got to learn how to move life out of the way to live. That's right. But when the clock strikes 12, and that'll be in about 30 minutes, and Oya passes that time clock off to Shango, then we got double the fire, double the 6, and double the masculine Shango heat. So here I come with this Thursday's forecast, so my 6 a.m. listeners won't be talking too much about yesterday. I am iiiYansaje Muse, and this is the forecast on 222.9 The Mothership, radio for the divine and for the road less traveled. Beam up. Did you enjoy your astrology sip in the Malbec Planetarium? I hope so. Well, let's see how that energy expands when we take it inside for a deeper meaning with I Chings and Scarlet Serenes. That's www.poetrymused.org/iiiChINGS SCARLETSRENES. I bet you won't meet me there tomorrow. Ashe. And we are back. So if you're listening over the Mothership's airwaves, you're listening to an instrumental of Sade's Jezebel. If you're catching this in the early morning's rise, it's a cappella. It's your Jupiter Rules Shango Venerated Thursday, October 24th, 2024. and the day is vibrating on a 15-6. So you got 24 on the day, 24 on the year, 6 on the daily numerology on Shango's ruling day, whose number is 6. And this is all happening on your fifth Thursday of autumn equinox and the first Thursday of Scorpio season. And so we got that deep water on the sun and some heat on the moon, with the moon tonight waning in the fifth house of Leo. So that's my house. All right, so take a look at that. All right, so you want to release creative constraint, because Shango is about transformation and expansion, where Leo rules the spine and the heart. And sometimes you got to grow a backbone and get some heart about yourself in order to blaze in that next level of glory. Ashe. Ashe. And as mentioned, we just entered the season of the Stingers, which places us right in Scorpio season's first decan. So if you were born between October 3rd and November 1st, you are 100% Scorpio, and there is no cut on your Pluto dope. In the Kemetic way of the stars, we are in the season of Isis. And I just looked at Isis Brantley's post tonight. On TikTok about how she's been working the crowns for so many years. So that just kind of hit me to send her some love in that moment, especially with all the fives aligned with the Orisha Oshun. Ashe, Ashe. And in the 12 figures of African spirituality, we are in the season of the distance until November 3rd. And if October 24th is your solar return, then happy solar return. May the Orishas, Olodumare, the ancestors, and all saints of your respective faith bless you with many, many more, filled with Baba Ire, Baba Ife. And that's all the blessings, all the love, and all the zodiac draw snitching. Here we go. So if you were born on October 24th, you are persevering and determined and sometimes quite obstinate. Your determination of purpose brings you much success. You are a loyal friend and a bitter enemy. See, that's that stinger shit I'll be talking about. You are better liked by the opposite sex, and your love will not be a smooth path, but on the whole, you will be happy. Ashe. Okay. All right, other 11 zodiac houses. Haterade is not alkaline. So make sure that you are showing all the Scorpios in your life some love, love, love as they turn up in their season. Okay. And while you're at it, learn about that Scorpio energy in you. And how do you do that? Well, you break out your natal chart, you study house 8, and you study your placements of Pluto. You also study your placements of Scorpio to find out where that stinger lies in you. And if you need a personal read on this, then of course, dial the Mothership's mentorship and guidance hotline at 314 200 0368. I'm going to wet my whistle real quick, and when I come back, we are going to get to these planets' retrogrades. I am iiiYansaje Muse, and this is radio for the road less traveled. 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. All right. Thursday's Reds Jupiter expansion. Cheese. Sensual voices of the fathers. Sacral chakra healing. Iba Sango, Iba Dada, Iba Aganju. Welcome to Thursdays on the Mothership. 222.9. Beam up. And we are back. All right, so here's what's going on with all these planetary retrogrades. Off top, we still got Saturn retrograding in Pisces from June 29th until November 15th. And as always, Saturn in retrograde has brought about a lot of endings because Pisces is the last house before the new beginning in Aries. So those of you that have been playing on the wrong side of SU's crossroad, you can expect some packages back on your door that you did not have to sign for because you signed for them when you did your dirty deed. So grow, and if you live to tell about it, learn the lessons and find yourself on the right side of the tracks because ancestral feet and asses are not fun. So do the right thing for yourself and for humanity. Because when you start helping them raise the universal vibration, your life gets a lot more smooth. Those of us that have been on the right side of issues crossroads, Saturn's retrograde in Pisces brings back a lot of retrospection. You are going to get a lot of news that people who have done you wrong are paying for it. The universe is finding its balance, and you are being called to stay in your space of self mastery, healing your inner child, and putting it to work for spiritual purposes. Because that Saturn energy is all about grounding and divine discipline. Ashe. All right, we still got Neptune in retrograde from July 2nd until December 7th, and she's retrograding in her own house. And this is going to affect Pisces more than the other 11 houses, as Saturn affects Capricorns and Aquarius is more than the other 10. But Pisces and retrograde Neptune retrograde in Pisces, is really going to intensify your dream state, and a lot of waking life epiphanies are going to happen that are going to almost force you to put your actions behind your intuition. Because that's the way to grow psychically, and that's also the way of extending and living in the 5D. Ashe? All right. And we also got planet Chiron in retrograde. And Chiron is retrograding and it's in a heated house, retrograding in Aries, coming in Leo season on July 26th and will be coming out on December 29th. And this Chiron in retrograde is going to hit all 12 houses in equal measure. Well, where it brings about your wounded healer, and it brings your deepest wounds back up to the surface so that they can further be assessed, they can further be dealt with, they can further be used to turn pain into power and power into purpose. That's how you really heal from those things. But they have to be brought up first, and Chiron's retrograde does come to help with that. Ashe. All right. We've also got planet Uranus in retrograde from September 1st all the way up through January 30th of 2025. And this is the other ruling planet of Aquarius. So Aquarians, you guys have both of your planets still in retrograde at the moment. And Uranus retrograde is all about securing the divine bag because it came in Taurus. So you can expect your love and money to come all in the same ball of wax when you embrace those shakeups and instabilities that challenge all that you claim you believe spiritually. So with Saturn in retrograde in Pisces, then you got Neptune in retrograde in Pisces, and then you've got Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. Okay, all of this is coming about to push a huge margin of humanity into 5D living. It's teaching us to trust the universe. It's teaching us to release everything that is opposite of our highest destinies. And in the Ifa tradition, we call that living in alignment. And now that it's becoming a more massive thing, these retrogrades are really planting some serious stuff here. And last but not least, we have Jupiter in retrograde. And Jupiter is retrograding in Gemini from October 9th until February 4th. And that coming in Gemini is just kind of helping Saturn contract all due karma back to the corruption And it's also bringing in the divine bag a lot more secure for the ones that have been doing things righteously. And of course, you can always look at your natal chart, and your natal chart will show you where these planets are and in your chart, and you can get a deeper introspection on how these planetary retrogrades affect you personally. And if you need some help with that, then by all means, give me a call at 314-200-0368, or you can use the pin side link to book live. I am iiiYansaje Muse, and this is Radio for the Road Less Traveled, 222.9 The Mothership. And when I come back, we're going to get to your Thursday collective read for the general. Ashe, Ashe.
Before sight. Before sight of shells there were stanzas, stanzas of my soliloquies. Before sight of wisdom, before sight of worship, there was only my written word, Afoshe. Before sight of divination, before sight of Dafa, there were diaries, diaries in dozens. Before sight of revelation, before sight of reason, there were only my rhapsodomancies of rhyme, rearranged to rhythms of my lipstick-kissed alchemy, alchemies of my depths, my valleys, my mountains, my visions, my empathies, my testimonies, my joys, my sorrows, my love. Before sight of awakening, before sight of airwaves, before sight of anointing, there were archives of my allegories. Before sight of clarity, before sight of conversion and clergy call, there were collections of my ink prints. Before sight of prophecy, before sight of priestesshood, there was poetry, poetries that bear my fruit. There was me.
All right. And we are back. So, if you are seeing this message or hearing it over the Mothership airwaves, you are tapped into divine algorithm. And this is your message. If you're seeing this, many of your enemies are fighting. If you are caught up in something that really doesn't have anything to do with you, remove yourself because the poo is getting thick. And this fight is all about some hidden secrets that all these planetary retrogrades are overturning. The darkness has come into the light, so clarity has been brought to delusions. Yes, to illusions and delusions. A lot of secrets are coming out. Blame is being thrown, folks snitching on each other. It is a mess wherever you either were rejected from or walked away from. And these secrets coming out is going to lead to somebody completely walking away. Now, this Eight of Cups represents a situation that you walked away from that caused a lot of fighting because your glow up is happening, and that's really, really good. And somebody from this group has walked away due to some things being revealed. So there's a lot of deceptions being uncovered in areas where your life may seem quiet or from people you are estranged from. But you're going to hear something about this because it's pertaining to some kind of love connection. So, somebody that is trying to grow and trying to mature and maybe even trying to save their own butt from karma, they are coming in to offer you love and money. Okay? And this is the harvest of Uranus retrograde in Taurus. And that Gemini contraction with Jupiter in retrograde is helping bring this about as well. So all you have to do is kick back and relax and just be prepared for this news, because something came to an end. And the spirit is giving me that with this quarreling that's coming out and all these secrets being revealed, there's some kind of operation or something that was orchestrated against you that is completely over with. And somebody's coming in to tell you the truth about this situation with the moon card, about the moon card. So some secrets are being revealed, and you are getting a new beginning in both love and money because something came to an end, and there was somebody that was just in way too much regret. With the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck, there's someone that was in way too much regret to continue to go along with this. And this dealt also with a lot of options, a lot of illusions, with the Seven of Cups showing up right underneath the Five of Cups. And so this Seven of Cups represents a lot of the illusions that came out with this moon energy that caused all these quarrels. So just your walking away from something really dismantled something really foul that was on a person's spirit, on a person's conscience. So you were kind of like an ego assassin in this case without even trying to be. But it's like that when you letting God use you. Be prepared and open to receive the reward. Ashe. So there's my general read. Should you need any personal guidance, then by all means dial the number on the screen or use the pin site link to book a live reading or a pre-recorded one with a 24-hour turnaround. I'm iiiYansa Muse, and this is Radio for the Road Less Traveled, 222.9. Beam up. Don't make me land a tornado where I could have been a cool breeze. Oh yeah. The Uranus Collection, brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutique. All proceeds go to 222.9, the Mothership Internet Radio for the Road Less Traveled. Beam up. Thank you for joining me for this forecast. I certainly hope that you gain some things that will help you have a divinely aligned Jupiter ruled Thursday. If you are listening at the 11:51 p.m., we are 9 minutes away from your sacral chakra sleep meditation. If you are listening at the 6 a.m. hour, then stay tuned for the rising Bimbeta Shango before we get to your funky fire starter, Fathers of Song. Either way, remember, the sky is big enough for us all to be stars. And in the words of George Clinton, free your mind and your ass will follow. This is 222.9 The Mothership, Internet Radio for the Road Less Traveled. Bima.
Every day is special. Why not find out mystically how? This is the forecast on your Mystic Music Haven on the airwaves, 222.9, The Mothership. Beam up.